Do you even ride dirt bikes if you don't have a dirt bike in the back of your video? I don't think so. Is Roczen gonna win on the old outdated Suzuki, or is Hunter Lawrence gonna pull it off on the latest and greatest HRC Honda? It's hard to say definitively that either Roczen's gonna win or Hunter Lawrence is gonna win. What I hope happens, I hope Roczen goes out and wins the next two races and just wins it hands down, just because I feel like Roczen, being on the old Suzuki, he's been through a lot as far as injuries go, and I just feel like he's deserving to win the Supercross championship. Pretty sure he's won the outdoor championship before, but he's never won 450 Supercross. So hopefully Roczen wins it. It's not that I don't like Lawrence. There's just something about Lawrence that I don't know, it just comes off as like arrogant or something. And I'm really not a huge Hunter Lawrence fan. Honda, plus, Honda's putting a lot of pressure on Lawrence to win that, because they spent a shitload of money on his little brother. Plus, they're always coming out with new bikes. So Honda really wants to win that championship. And I kind of feel like the pressure might be starting to get to Lawrence a little bit. I don't know. I just feel like Roczen's like good and solid for about like 12-15 minutes, but I kind of feel like late in the races he fades. Roczen's got to be my favorite to win it. It's hard to say whether he does or he doesn't. Roczen is about as healthy as you could be for running however many 15 races so far in just as many weeks. Probably 15 races in 16 or 17 weeks. They probably only get like one weekend off, maybe two, I don't know. Or I read somewhere that Hunter Lawrence's wrist is jacked up, which, I mean, obviously Roczen's wrist is jacked up too when he broke his arm or whatever, and he runs those wrist braces. Both of them have raced the same amount of races this year. Roczen's fast in the beginning of the races, so I feel like Roczen's gonna have to get a top 3 start. He starts in the back. I feel like he could get up there. I feel like it'll just be a lot easier for him if he gets a top 3 start, because I feel like, I mean, him and Lawrence's speed are so close, but Lawrence come off the rails. I think Ken Roczen's gonna probably hold it together and hopefully win the championship. That would be badass for him. Badass for Suzuki, since Suzuki hasn't even came out with the new bike since like 2018. We're in 2026, so 18 plus 6, that's 8 years. Suzuki hasn't even came out with a new bike in 8 years. And then even in 2018, you can look at the 2018 and you can look at the 2013, which is the last time I think Suzuki really had a new bike. The 2013 and the 2018 pretty much look like the same bike. I mean, might have, changed this or changed that, or changed linkage ratios or whatever, triple clamps, I don't know. But it's basically the same bike, which obviously if Roczen goes out and wins it, they got to put electric start on that thing for him, because one or two races he went down, and it's never going to be you're always going to be slower if you've got to kickstart your bike than if you press a button and go, no matter what. So Suzuki should honestly, in my opinion, just slap an electric start on their current setup, and that bike will be sweet. I mean, I rode like a 2016 one time, and that was a sick bike. It was all stock, but it was just like it handled good. It was there was plenty of power. It handled good. It was snappy. The EFI worked good, and it was like one bike that I got on and I was just instantly comfortable. I don't know if that's just because it was all stock and nobody had tinkered with it. Nobody tried to change the fuel mapping or do this or do that. It was just a bone stock bike, and that was a good handling bike. Good, it ran good, it handled good, it turned good, it was stable. I mean, that was a sick bike. So all in all, I hope it's Roczen that wins it. I mean, I'm not going to put it past Lawrence just yet, because Lawrence is still, even when he throws it away, he still ends up on the podium. Or even when he chokes, he still ends up on the podium, I should say. But he's been choking the last like 2 races. I think 2 races ago was a Triple Crown. He won the first moto. I'm not sure what he got in the second moto, but then I feel like he got like 6th or 7th in the third moto. Still ended up on the podium. So, and then last weekend he went down in the mud at Philadelphia, and he still ended up on the podium. So, and then you got Webb, 3rd in points. I feel like Webb's out of it. I just kind of feel like Webb shit the bed this year, because at the beginning of the year, when I was making my predictions on who I thought was going to win, I went with Webb, and Webb totally let me down this year. Just shit the bed. I mean, I think he won 1 race, might have won 2. I don't really follow it like as closely as I used to, but if I was going to be putting money down on it at the beginning of the year, I would have put the money on Webb to win it. And Webb just, like I said, Webb shit the bed. So basically they've got Denver left, and then they race in Salt Lake City. And I think it's just straight up races. I don't think either of those two is a Triple Crown. So Roczen, I hope Roczen wins it, just because he's getting older now. He's riding an old, outdated bike. He's got to kickstart it. So for Suzuki and Roczen, I hope it's Roczen that wins it. I kind of feel like Lawrence is going to choke up. So I guess we'll know in the next few weekends.